All right, I believe we are live now. It is just about 6:40 here on Wednesday. Let me see here. It's Tuesday the 9th, March the 9th, that is, 2021. We're going to do some little YouTube streaming here, along with listening to 144.250 Upper Sideband here in Southern California. My name is Greg, K6EGG. I'm in the city of Chino right now. I have a Yaesu Icom. I'm sorry. I have an Icom 9700. I was just listening to talk about Yaesu's Fusion and stuff like that on the radio, so I got a little confused there. But I definitely have an Icom 9700. And I have a X50A diamond antenna on top of my house, in case you guys are all wondering. So we're going to tune into 144.250 here. A couple normal people on there. Fred, KN6OS, Alex, N6JJI, Keith, WA6QXA, Denny, KN6KNE, his brother, Tony, KN6KYV, Curtis, AJ60. Let's see, where's Rob at? N6KX, and Ward. I have your call letter somewhere. I know there's the WW, lots of W's. But anyways, we'll hear you out here hopefully tonight, and we're going to start tuning in.
We also have a much better interface via the menus and the screen and so forth.
Now they're going to come out with a 991B.
Well, in school it ain't better than a B, though.
I'm just kidding you. There's no such B.
I know.
I think they just update the firmware. I don't think there's one B yet.
Did you change your longitude and latitude?
I don't want to talk about it.
How's everybody's noise level? I'm down here about 0. Don, what's your noise level?
Hey, Keith, K6EGG here.
S.5.
Nice and one.
I concur. Mine's about a half of decibel.
And I'm not even showing the reading at all. I'm going to back the power for you. Yeah, I'm probably blowing you out, Don, so I'm going to knock my power down.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, is that better?
That's good. Who are you fine?
Yeah, but can you tell I back down the power?
I'm not sure. You still 40 over.
Okay, there we go. 5 watts.
38 over.
Well, that's softening your ears up, right? Well, if I go down there, they can't hear me in Riverside, probably. Yeah. Let me back to my gain down for him. Okay, is that better for you, Don? Okay. Now, I don't want to blow your speaker out there. Okay.
Hey there, Fred. I tried calling you earlier, and I called you Keith by mistake. It's Greg, K6EGG. You got a copy?
You can hear me on 5 watts?
Barely. You're sharing the noise level there.
Hold on. Let me go up a little bit. Is that better right there?
Yeah, I can still hear you. You just were sharing the noise level a little bit. I'm also live again on YouTube tonight.
Oh, you're going to be on YouTube tonight?
I'm on right now. You're on right now.
I'm on YouTube, KN6OS. Everybody out there, when you identify, come back with your location. This is Kilo November 6, Oscar Sierra, Fred, Foxtrot, Romeo Echo Delta, the voice of Cerritos. Pick it up there, Warren. hold on. I got to make a call. KE6 Hotel Mary. KE6 Hotel Mary. You got a copy on Kilo November 6 Oscar Sierra? Kilo Echo 6 Hotel Mary in Santa Clarita. Tom, you got your radio on? We're calling you. Kilo November 6 Oscar Sierra.
I don't see the live feed. I see the last one, 3721.
Try typing in K6EGG, Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf Live. It should pop up. Strange. I have it streaming on my phone for just to double check to make sure I'm live. I see it on my computer here. Very strange. I have a couple current listeners or current viewers as well.
And the noise happens. Oh my goodness. Every night about this time, this is why I was kind of wait a little bit to go live. Around 6:45, 7 o'clock, I get this really bad noise that you see on the screen here.
Voice of Cerritos. I didn't try to go live. Let me go right now. I'll go see if I can see him live now.
I got a S ton of noise here. That's really unfortunate.
And it figures I have a ton of noise going on right now that just started up about 2 minutes ago. Just a few minutes after I started uploading.
Still trying to figure out, I do not have my antenna grounded, which is probably half the problem. So hopefully I'll working into fixing this issue. But it's something that gets churned. It's something that gets churned on in my area, either my house or something. I think I'm gonna double check something.
Let me see if I got a KS6 West. Let me see if I got a KS6 West. Yep, I got it working. I got it working live. You got it working there live there, Don? I said, do you have it working live? I got it working live. It's working fine. Oh, mine says 39.
Hey, Fred, do you see all the noise on my screen there? It's like I'm getting murdered right now.
K6EGG, K6O.
Hey, Curtis, I got you in there a little bit. I got a really bad noise problem in my area. This seems to happen every night about the same time, so it's kind of hard to hear you, but I can copy you there a little bit.
Okay, well, maybe you should try to turn on the noise blanker and the noise reduction. That should help.
You want to talk me through that? Oh, I see it there.
November 6, kilowatt X-ray.
WA6QXA. W6QUA.
Now we're cooking. Yeah, when you guys first check in, Kilo November 6 Oscar Sierra, the voice of Cerritos near Knott's Berry Farm, we got a lot of listeners out there, so they're wondering where everybody's at, and they don't have QRZ to look everybody's call sign. Maybe they don't even know about it. They look it up. So it'd be nice if you guys come and give your QTH. QSL?
QSL.
QSL. I'll start it all over then. November 6, kilowatt X-ray. Rob in Riverside.
I'll try again. WA6QXA, Keith, Long Beach.
AJ60, Curtis in Apple Valley. And Greg, if you push the noise reduction and hold it in for a second, you can adjust how much noise reduction you want. I usually leave mine on 4.
Yeah, Greg, I noticed the other day when I had your stream up and you were having all those noise problems that you did not have your noise blanker or your noise reduction on.
Wait, you're taking advice from Curtis? He blew up his radio.
The NB, whatever that is, seems to help out a lot there. I got rid of a lot of the noise when I put the NR button in. It basically cuts everybody out. I don't know if you guys can hear.
Curtis, I just had to throw that one in there.
I know, well, just do as I say, not as I do.
I love the banner.
Banter.
Are we live, Greg?
We are live. We are definitely live with a lot of noise. It seemed to help out a lot. I'm going to try to dial this in a little more if you guys want to continue talking. I heard somebody else out there in Cerritos. Can barely hear him, though.
Probably was done. I'm liking how you've shortened the pause, whatever you call it, the delay. You had it about 3 to 4 seconds last time. That was pretty cool. Because you could watch it live and still talk.
Yep, it's a work in progress. I also put in my name underneath my picture as well. I was messing with. I had some time this afternoon, so I was kind of messing with the software a little bit.
Yeah, I like how you added your name and your call sign. That looks good.
Good evening, gentlemen. W6WWD, Ward in Cypress.
Hey, Ward, K6EGG.
Hello, Greg. How are you this evening?
I am doing excellent, except for the massive amounts of noise that I'm getting in my area.
Roger. No, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, I'll sit back. Nice. Thanks again for doing what you're doing. I'll be listening. W6WWD.
No problem. Thanks. I'm going to try working on getting this, messing with this noise thing here that Curtis has mentioned. So it's kind of helped out a lot so far.
Okay, real good. Do I got it? Yeah, well, I called up Tom there on the phone. He's going to be listening up to Santa Clarita by Magic Mountain. Let me see if he's on there. Kilo Echo 6 Hotel Mary. Tom, do you got a copy? Southwest, Cerritos, California, calling. Anyway, my noise level's down to a 1. My noise level's down to 1 here in Cerritos, California. I'm going to do one more call for Tom. I told him to break in. Maybe he's firing up his computer because I said, use your computer if you can't hear us. I know he can hear me. Kilo Echo 6, Hotel Mary. Tom, you got a copy one more time. Kilo November 6 Oscar Sierra, calling. Okay, real good there. KE6 Hotel Mike. Curtis up there in Apple Valley. Can you hear Tom?
No, I'm not copying him at all. Sorry, Fred.
Yeah, he's over by Magic Mountain. Maybe you got to turn your beam over there. Your beam. He's over there in Magic Mountain there, Curtis.
Okay, well, I'll turn my antenna more to the west and see what happens there.
Okay. I'll tell him. Hey, Tom, we got Curtis up there, AJ60 in Apple Valley in the high desert. He's rotating his...
By the way, this noise, it makes it feel like I have someone put an ice pick in my ears wearing headphones.
Down at Chino Airport. Can you hear him? KE6 Golf. Can you hear Tom out there by Magic Mountain?
Unfortunately, I can't hear much but a bunch of noise tonight. Hopefully it'll clear up in the next few minutes. I cannot hear Tom up there by Magic Mountain. Can he hear me?
Tom, can you hear Greg? Can you hear Greg, Tom? No, you can only hear me. Well, we're hoping the noise will clear up a little bit. Are you listening to the YouTube? You can hear everybody on the TV? Okay, get it going there. Curtis, have you got Tom dialed in yet at Magic Mountain?
I turn my beam towards the west, and I can hear a voice right at my noise level. I can't make out what he's saying, but I can hear his voice.
Okay. Hey, Tom, he can just hear your voice, but it's right at his noise level. Your voice is right at his noise level with the noise up there tonight. But he does hear you in there, but he cannot make you out. QSL? Yeah, okay. Yeah, most of us are running horizontal right now. Don't feel bad. Curtis is the only one who's got a horizontal and vertical. And there's a couple guys got vertical, but everybody tonight is horizontal. Anyway, Curtis, he said he'd like to make you a contact on 28-380 on 10 meters. AJ60, did you copy that?
I'm hearing you, Fred. The only problem is my HF rig is out in the garage. It's separate from my VHF radio. So, and I'm just getting ready to sign off and go talk to my son because he's on the 15 freeway and he's on his way home from work right now.
Okay, I got it. Yeah, Tom, he has another ham shack, and his HF is in another ham shack, and he's talking to his boy. His son's leaving Anaheim, California, going up to home pass to Victorville, so he's going to be talking to him on another frequency. Anyway, don't go away, Tom. Keep trying, because when we hear you pop in there, the other guys hear you pop in there real good, they'll definitely be back to you. This is Kilo November 6 Oscar Sierra, and turning it over, whoever wants to pick it up. Break.
November 6, kilowatt X-ray. I cannot hear Tom at all in Riverside.
Yeah, he's showing our weak signal tonight.
W6WWD. I can hear him. He's down in the noise, but he's copyable.
Well, try to work him here, Warren.
Oh, I'm sitting here relaxed. Okay, what's his call?
His call is Kilo Echo 6, Hotel Mary.
Hi, Kilo Echo 6, Hotel Mike. You copy Whiskey 6, Whiskey Delta Cypress?
Hey, Tom, they're calling you. Yeah, go ahead. Listen up real closely. Turn up your volume or your headphones. Listen, this is on key. They're going to call you. Go ahead and make that call.
Okay, Kilo Echo 6, Hotel Mike, W6WWD in Cypress. Do you have a copy? Roger. Yeah, you're not moving my needle as well, but well, very fine. Well, nice to meet you. I just thought I would reach out and welcome aboard, as they say. So stick around, if you will. Have a great evening. Kilo Echo 6, Hotel Mike, from Whiskey 6, Whiskey Delta, Cypress, California, 73.
I think the majority of us out here actually are on verticals.
Yeah, Fred misspoke.
Hey, this is Tony K6EGG. I too can just barely hear him.
Try to make the contact, see if he can hear you there.
Okay, Hotel Mike, this is KN6KYB in Garden Grove. How do you copy? No, that's a no-go. KN6KYB clear.
I wonder if I'd be able to hear him if I didn't have the noise floor I have today. Kind of bums me out.
I don't know. I can't hear him above the noise. I talked to him this morning about 6:45 a.m. They had a pretty good copy, but tonight I just can't hear him.
There we go. Hey, Phil, point your beams toward Magic Mountain. S7 here. C5 in S17, 618 Copy William Bravo 6, Mexico Yankee Lima, WB6LYL. Good evening, sir. that contact out there. You gave a guy hope there that he can work on his antenna, get it a little bit better out there, that he sees some activity out here. Because when I talked to him today, I met him this morning on FM, he thought this frequency was dead. I said, no, there's a lot of activity out here. You got to come out here. So now he's going to become a believer. K6OS, the voice of Cerritos.
I thought I was the voice of Cerritos. I'm the voice of Radio Free Cerritos. Yeah, he's running 25 watts into a tri-band vertical. So the gain can't be a whole lot on 2 meters. But he's still C5 with S7. And running the Yaesu, I don't think he told me the model number, but he's a 25 watt Yaesu. Anyway, good evening, you guys, and I'll be back on the computer. WV6
Well, thank you very much, Phil. Well, me and you are the only two people that actually work him in a good queue tonight. The other ones barely made contact with him. We're the only two that made the contact with him. At least we made a contact, and he knows now there is hope on 2 meter sideband. QSL?
Yeah, QSL, and I think the word is encouragement, so hopefully he got it tonight.
Yeah, I think he did. I got him on, I gave him the YouTube channel there too, so he's listening to that too, so he was amazed today. He watched all the YouTubes on it.
And good evening, you guys. I'm going to do a Don, are you in there? Did you go to lunch with Kay today? Yeah, he's a good friend of, Don's a good friend of my neighbor across the street. Anyway, I'll throw it up in the air. Whoever wants to grab it. Good to hear you guys in there, and I'll be listening. WV6 and Moya.
Yeah, Don was here earlier. He was in here earlier, just messing me talking up. Anyway, we're throwing it back up in here. Who's going to take it? Pick it up, Riverside.
Hey, Greg, your noise definitely sounds like more than a normal noise floor. It sounds like interference. It's pretty bad.
Dude, it's murdering me. I don't know if you're listening to the YouTube audio, but I was saying that it sounds like someone's jamming an ice pick in my ears with these headphones on. Definitely what Curtis mentioned, to turn the NB switch on really helped out a lot. But I thought I heard that contact from what's it called, over by Magic Mountain, in their wave in and out really quick. I think I might be able to hear him if I didn't have that interference.
Yeah, I heard it on YouTube. It's definitely pretty brutal. And the way that it comes and goes, I wonder if you could track that down somehow. It's definitely man-made interference.
I think it's something that was turned on downstairs, but I'm not 100% sure. It seems to happen exactly the same time every night, too. So one of these days.
I had some interference in my shack on HF. Started unplugging things. It turned out that it was one of my subwoofers.
I'm thinking that my problem is a light, and I have LED lights throughout the house, or maybe even somebody next door turned on a light that may have messed me up. It's hard to tell, though.
Roger that. Lights, and especially LED lights, are prime candidates.
My guess is about 7:30, all the noise will be, or the interference or whatever, will be gone. I'm purely guessing, but it's happened the last couple weeks.
Roger that. Hey, did you do anything else in terms of the video? The delay on the YouTube live stream seems to be much shorter.
I did do some, I downgraded my video a little bit to 720, and I changed some settings, so I was trying to make it as real time as possible. It still looks just about as clear as it did last time, I think. So every time I go up, I make a little small change here and there, so hopefully you'll get it dialed in eventually.
Yeah, Roger. Well, it's looking good, and the trade-off is definitely worth it because, I mean, that screen's going to be a little on the fuzzy side anyway, so I think that's a good move to put it at 720p and have less lag.
And also I have a light coming probably this week, but I may not be able to come on for about a week or so we'll see how that goes.
What?
I actually have to work. I got kind of a long week. This is going to be a good 70 hours of work this week, and I'm off today. So if that put the math together on how many hours of work I'm going to be doing.
Holy moly, that's crazy. Well, good luck with that, Greg. Man. All right, I'm going to back out of here and listen for a while. November 6th, kilowatt X-ray, Robin, Riverside.
Kilo 6 Echo Golf, City of Chino, just about 2 miles north of Chino Airport. And for those of you watching any news today, there was a car chase that went through Chino, and I think it's still going on in Diamond Bar. It's a standoff situation that I saw. I actually heard on the scanner before the news got to it.
I'd like to try to make a quick shout out to AJ6GN, Tony and Phelan. Tony, are you out there? I made contact with him earlier today and invited him down here. I wanted to see if he was out there yet. AJ6GN, Tony, you out there? I got sound. Okay, WA6QXA, Keith. Long Beach, we're going to be listening. Gentleman I was telling you about, Tony AJ6GN from Phelan, he and I spoke today, and he has a neighbor or friend, whatever, I think it's a neighbor, that is older and just lost his wife, unfortunately. So he's wanting to get into ham to kind of help pass the time and everything. So Tony wanted to, when I spoke to Tony, I said, tell him to come down here and we'll do a demo for the gentleman so he can kind of get a feel for what's going on down here. So Tony was supposed to come down here this evening. So hopefully he will. Anyway, this is WA6QXA, Keith.
Yeah, that would be great to have him on board.
Yeah, and to encourage anybody who wants to get into ham, that's a good thing.
And I was just kind of messing with the stream. I'm only off by about a second and a half tonight. That's about as close as I think I can get.
Yeah, that's really good. And I think the 720 is not even fidelity-wise even hurting a thing.
Pretty quiet out here tonight.
KN6OS Fred, you out there? W6WWD?
Yeah, WW6, Whiskey 6 WWD, over there in Cypress, KN6OS Rios, go ahead.
Yeah, Roger. Hey, quick question. Did you get that big switch put together?
I almost got it all together. I only got right now, I got it hooked up on radio right now. I got it hooked up to, only 50 feet one radio. Tomorrow the radio's coming in. You know, I had to sand a switch. I showed you pictures of it today, and then I had to go down to Ace Hardware and buy some more stainless steel washers and stainless steel bolts. And anyway, I got the switch in motion. I just got to apply more radios to it now, so that's going to go a lot quicker now today. And you see, that's the big switch. So when you hear me, I'm going to throw the big switch. I'm not lying.
Yeah, that thing is light up the parachute right at Knott's Berry Farm if you had electrically connected.
Right, so I'm really interested in the test results, to do the AB test results this way. AB switch, shutting another 1,000 feet of radios off and on with a switch so I can immediately see if my transmit and receives coming up. So that's going to be very interesting tomorrow, and I'm going to be very excited about that.
Roger, QSO. Okay, I just task, I'll back out and turn it over to anybody who wants it. Thanks, Fred. W6 WWD Cypress.
Yeah, so tomorrow when I throw the big switch off and on, I'll be going from 1,000 feet of radios to 2,000 feet of radios. And we'll see if that makes a big difference on the VHF, UHF, and the HF band. So that's going to be a real good experience on the AB switch tomorrow. KN6 west of Voice of Cerritos, 3 miles west of Knott's Berry Farm Stagecoach. And somebody stole the horses.
Hey, Fred, do you really want to improve your transmit and receive? Because I've got a great idea on how you can do that.
Or put Big Henry 3KA?
No, it's even better than that.
Move to Big Bear.
No, just take advantage of the fact that you live so close to Knott's Berry Farm and put an antenna on top of that parachute ride.
Hey, how about running a long wire at a 45-degree angle?
There you go.
I got to sneak up there in the middle of that. Right now is a good time to do it when hardly anybody's there, huh?
Just be careful, Fred.
Wow. Anyway, we got some new people listening in Santa Clarita over there by Magic Mountain, and he's all excited. His name is Tom, and I had a good talk with him today about, good over an hour, 15 minutes on the call frequency, and then I brought him over to Sideband. He didn't think he was going to make the trip on Sideband, so we continued another 35, 45 minutes, and he was sounding pretty good this morning. And tonight, I guess the way the band conditions are a little bit, he's a little weaker tonight, but Phil heard him real good, and I heard him real good, but this morning I heard him real good, and the other base stations out here, Keith and Warren, are not hearing them too good, so they're going to have to work on their stations a little bit more. KN6OS, the Voice of Cerritos.
Might be helpful if he works on his station. 25 watts if they didn't cut it very far as far as he is.
Well, you got a big beam over there.
I have a big beam?
No, Phil's got a big beam. That's why you heard him so good. He's got a big beam.
Yeah. I'm just saying Tom's only running 25 watts. Unless he's like got a major antenna, that's not going to get very far.
Right. Well, he's in a restricted area with a HOA. He's lucky to put up his antennas where he's got now. They were on the ground, and he told me the story. The manager allowed him to put it on a roof, so he's improving already. And he had an accident when he was real young, so he's kind of semi-handicapped and disabled, and he told me they took away his driver license when he's 42 years old. He can't drive, so the only thing he had was a little freewheeler, and he said he wore that thing out driving it all over the place, and now he has a four-wheeler, and he says his top speed is about 3 miles an hour. He says it takes a little long time to get somewhere, but he does get there. And he also said break up the time he talks on the little handheld radio. Then I told him the story about my walker putting a bigger antenna so he could hit the repeaters and everything. So he's highly interested in that instead of hitting the same old repeater. QSL?
Yeah, Roger. And I spoke to him this morning when you did, like around 6:45 a.m., and I was able to copy him just fine. This evening's not able to.
Right. I'm amazed how my antenna still has received your guys'. I'm totally amazed. I don't know what the secret sauce is. I told you it was the radios that did all that, you know. But you put some more radios on yours, Keith. Did your receive come up some more?
Yeah, I believe so, but I can't hear Tom.
Well, then put up more radios. I had to reboot my computer, and now I'm trying to go back up live, and I can't find the live section. How do I do that now?
Just type in my call letters, K6EGG, and then live right after. It should be the first thing that pops up, I think.
Yeah, I did that, but it says live 3721.
Let me try a different browser that I'm not signed into here. Stand by.
It worked the first time when it came up tonight. I went right to it right away.
Yeah, there's 3 or 4 shows there, but you just got to find the one that says live in red. That's the one you want.
Oh, it's in red? Oh, I didn't see it in red.
I think it should say live in red, and that's the one you want, because you're going to see 3 or 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah, I realize it, but last time I just went by the date and it popped right up.
Oh, I got to take that 3.7 live out. Give me a quick second, and the live version should actually show up for the first one.
Okay. Go break.
Yeah, N6GJ, Alex, you out there? N6GJI.
I hadn't heard him for a few days.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. That's why I was giving him a shout out. Alex, you out there? N6GJI? No copy. We need to check up on him. W6, WWD.
Yeah, Keith, once you head out there, I'll take care of the frequency. Once you head out to Alex's house there. And man, on the way down, took a In-N-Out burger for him.
Yeah, I'll be right on that one. Have you talked to him lately? Because it has been a few days.
No, but I talked to him, I think 2 days ago was the last QSO I had with him.
Great.
There he is.
That seems to be the problem.
The problem is you're not answering your radio. They've been calling you out.
Well, you know, you got to leave it on the right frequency. I found that out.
Oh, you did that again?
No, I left it on the following frequency all morning, all day. I've been laying in bed. I've been doing a lot of things, you know, so I got to lay down. My ankles are hurting me, arthritis, my back. I got my mom out of the shower. I listened last night. Which one of you clowns left your Ross on and was transmitting on what do you call it, the Catalina repeater, right?
Yeah, they found him.
Oh, man, they can what?
I don't know, but they found him. They shut him up.
Who's they?
I don't know who it was. All of a sudden he disappeared.
He didn't want to get caught, or he was too embarrassed. He got 10 radios on at the same time, and he left the box on the dead end.
You're right, whatever.
Yeah, okay, well, let's see, what else is there to report? I can't think of anything. I didn't hear Bill out here, but I was laying down over in the bed. It takes me about, a little bit to get over here to hobble over. I don't know what's going to rain, so my arthritis starts locking me up.
Okay, well, I put my AV switch in for my radios, and I set up another antenna. I got it up on the roof. I did that today, so a slow process. It takes a long time to do good work.
Well, you better get your charge and start charging out the signals and all of it.
There you go.
Well, good. Did you have anything important?
Negative, Alex. Just thought I'd give you a shout, see how you're doing. I hadn't heard from you, so just was checking in to say hello.
You know, we sent an email. I got the computer over my head on the bed. I lay down, I can type and do everything. It's really cool. I can look up and it's like a big screen television on the computer.
QSL, I will do that. I just thought I'd say hello. So good to hear your voice, Alex.
Okay, you say so. Yeah, well, Keith, how are you doing?
Good. Hey, did you make it out here Sunday night when so many people were out here?
Yeah, I made it out. I listened to all of that. Really?
Okay. I heard we had in the high 20s, something like that.
Yeah, well, there you go. Keep podcasting it and all of that. It gets really, really busy sometimes.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing.
Yeah, I wonder who that now was.
Must be somebody who has a lot of radios.
Yeah. A lot of radios, too. Got it.
Was there a voice print on that?
Rick, you got your RIT on?
No.
Okay, well, maybe you hear a little bit. He wants to do
frog in his throat?
Yeah, he eats some frog legs.
Yep, frog legs, back, and everything. Get them all the time and jump in the can. They don't jump out of the can and legs just use a little bit while you're trying.
How's your lieutenant coming there?
Oh, I haven't had time. All I did today was take care of business. I got laundry to do. I got checks. I got to call the insurance company for those cars. You know, they would not cancel the policy on the other two vehicles sold unless they sent it to them in writing. They didn't trust me.
They didn't trust you? Why? They wanted to hear from your father-in-law, right?
Well, that too, but they said they heard from Mom, and I had them get on the phone. Oh, did you hear Mom? So anyway, I give them a bunch of stuff, and I said, you just want more money. That's all there is to it. You just want to squeeze us out of more money. I said, don't worry, when we sell the other cars, you and I are not going to do any more business.
There you go.
That's right.
That's the law. It has to be in writing. It can be electronic or by snail mail, but it has to be in writing.
Okay, all right. Okay, Phil, thank you so much for making me understand that.
You're going to blow the 15th, and I think that's civil code 786.11.
Hey, I won't look it up. Anyway, so how you doing, Phil? Everything good?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just kibitzing in the background. You guys interested in a 1.2 module for your Icom 910? There's one on Ecom for sale. 1.2 module for the 910. You know how much they want for it?
Okay.
You know how much? Take a guess, Fred.
$1,200?
No, that's what I guess. The $400, $400, and it's like a current listing today. The guy's up in Portland, but you've got the 9700, and there's not much activity up there, so I'm not sure. It'd be nice to have a complete radio, so you may want to think about that.
Well, does that same module fit your radio?
This is the 910H, and not mine, not the 970. The 910H, that's the one that you and Fred have, isn't it?
Yeah, I have my module in there. I got the Fred got the 1296 too. But, Icom is famous for just, bumping the same module that they have for the one radio up to the other, and they don't change anything.
Oh, really? Well, that's interesting. I don't know if I'd want to take a chance, and plus with the feedback I'm getting on 1.2, I'm not sure it's worth it, but it's something to consider.
Well, look up what they call it. I forget what the model number is. The gaseous brand. Not that they all get the same radios. They say Phil radio, my radio, the 271, 275. The cards they put in, the phone call, not phone call, voice cards, they got they're all saying the same, but they just listen to just using these two radios.
So identified as a UX910, so I figure it's particular to that radio.
You may very well be correct. This is the way it goes. Maybe they reconfigured something. But, you don't have to get the 910 or the 1296, but it's awful nice. You got a bunch of people in there, and it gets good. You go up higher frequency for a conversation. So you don't have to get it, but I'll tell you, I sent you all those pictures on E&E, and these guys are really doing some things. That's in the backyard, sitting down on the little ditches and things like that, keeping new ones.
Now, I better get back to work, but do you remember, 2 or 3 months ago, we were talking here, and that must have been scatter or something, but do you remember that Hawaiian station coming in?
I don't remember, but I've talked to the Ryan many times. I've heard some, didn't say it, but said it a while back when he came in, but I didn't hear it.
Well, when he gave his call, I thought he was portable here in California, but he said he was outside of Honolulu, but he was a good 10 over. And he said he copied us both very well. You remember that? Maybe it's not a big deal if you talk to Hawaii that often, but that was my first time on 2 meters.
So when was this?
You and I were talking on I think it was here on 250. And he came up, and that was only a couple of months ago, 60 to 90 days back.
Well, maybe it was somebody else. Maybe I was you, but I guess, I'm getting seen on that kind of movie.
You leave that trail of breadcrumbs to your shack every night, aren't you, to find your way home?
I'm using string.
I'm there too, my friend. Plus, you've got a lot of responsibility. Don't cut yourself some slack.
Oh, I'm trying to, but it's too hard. I had to do the laundry too today, and then last time I went around, I got to do that tomorrow. And I got to go on. It just gets hectic sometimes. It really does. When he gets angry, man, that's the thing. Mommy's filled up here a little bit, but he's just he'll come over dinner on the plate and down on the floor. You see, if I point out one thing he has done, he just takes the fish and just repeats that. He's like, I'm the meanest, rottenest thing that lives. He says, Mom, help me out here. They get pretty sick. I'm not kidding.
Well, you know where you get your gray hair, don't you, from your parents?
Yeah, I've heard that. Before. All right, amigo, I'll let you get back to this. Good hearing from you, huh?
There you go, my friend. WD6LIO, back to the woodwork. However, you're going to have to communicate, if your mom is on that policy, it would have to be her email, or it would have to come from Paul. And other than that, it would have to be a snail mail, or if they get to show up at the office and get an affidavit. So your email would not be sufficient.
Well, I can't say snail mail if you find it. You hear me?
Hey, N6JGI over there in Bellflower, California, near Long Beach, K6 West here in Cerritos. You remember that guy in Cerritos there had that ham radio crash course? His name was Tosh Tanner, Tanner. You remember his call? I remember his call was like NAZ. What was the first part of his call? Do you remember?
Oh, no, I don't know anything about it. His name is Josh Nash.
Oh, Josh Nash? Nash? I thought it was Tanner.
No, Josh Nash.
Okay, you know his call?
He's all over YouTube. I don't know it right now.
I know he's all over YouTube. I was trying to tell that to Greg there over in Chino, so he could look at his website there.
I think I found it after we talked this morning there, Fred. I appreciate it. Yeah, he's got more of a, it looks like a production value and stuff like that to it. I wasn't really, this was just something to kind of mess around and you guys can hear your own stations and see your signal and stuff.
Yeah, I know. I just let you know there's other people doing other things here on amateur radio. I just want you to be aware of that.
Yeah, he's got a lot of sponsorship as well. I saw he's got he's got like a couple thousand viewers at once too.
Well, you're gaining too. Yours is a little different protocol here. Yeah, somebody mentioned the guy's name the other day. That's what reminds me of this. Oh man, I can't think of his name right now. Howard Stein. What his name? What's that guy in New York?
Stern.
Howard Stern. Yeah, Howard Stern. You remind me of Howard Stern. We're talking. Also, you butt in and ask information, do that. It sounds like a Howard Stern thing protocol.
Howard Stern, the man. Yeah, I used to listen to him back in the day.
Well, you remind me of him, how you all of a sudden, okay, you start coming in and ask this question, that question. You kind of remind me of him on the same protocol.
I copy. Cool. Well, he was successful, so that's a good thing.
He makes millions.
I definitely don't plan on making any money on this one.
You never know. Look at Wolfman Jack. He's seen so many different radio stations, one around, and he had a different protocol. And he he became real famous. You ever hear of Wolfman Jack?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Wolfman Jack, you know. I used to listen to him all the time on KFWB, Wolfman Jack.
And Dr. Demento.
Yeah, and the other one was Dr. Demento.
Hey, I'll be right back in a few minutes. I'm going to spend some time with my daughter. She's going to go to sleep in a few minutes, so I want to say good night to her and stuff. K6EGG, the stream will still be going.
Okay. Who's that other station out there? Hold on, Keith. There's another station out there. Go ahead and make your comment.
November 4 Oscar on Pasadena. Wolfman Jackie Duncan, FCRA radio station. There's offshore, off Mexican shore. And he sold autographed pictures of Jesus Christ. He got bought one of them for $1.
Well, that ought to be worth some money right now. Keith, you hearing John up north?
Yeah, I thought I didn't say you guys tried a whole lot of stuff I didn't say. I never say the right stuff for some reason.
Have you looked on YouTube? You know you're being streamed right now. Have you looked at the streaming?
I looked at it for a few minutes and I was kind of in a hurry and I didn't have time to try to find myself.
Okay, hey John, you picking up John up there or Alex?
I'm picking them up. It's been a while, but how you doing out there, Pasadena? This is Keith, WA6QXA, Long Beach. Well, you're doing a pretty good job here. You're hitting about an S8. Good thing you didn't sell it. So if you want to sell it, let me know. I might be a buyer.
Well, the only reason I sell it now is if I bought me one of those new Icom, which is all you guys got. Every time I got one of those, I get on Southern Atlantic. But not this year. I've already spent my money this year. This was, I get one shot around Christmas that I allow myself to buy some toys.
Well, Christmas is 2020. We're in 2021 now.
Yeah, that's a long time for Christmas.
All right. You're sounding good. This is WA6QXA Keys. We're on the side.
Oh, this is good old radio. It's all around.
Well, what kind of radio is it? What kind of radio is it, John?
I got into this motor wanting to see if I could find depth on 450. And so I had to do two of my feet mounted underneath my airplane illegally, of course. And I would fly around and try to go up to different altitudes. I did that for a few flights and then got bored with it. And that was the end of that.
Yeah, what kind of radio are you talking on now?
IC-9700,
910. Oh no, 910H. Okay.
Yeah, it's a pretty good radio. You know, it's certainly been around the world and stuff. I've drug it all over the place with me, and it survives. It's never given me any kind of problem or anything.
Yeah, Rob in Riverside, are you copying John up there in Pasadena?
Roger. Hey, John, how's it going? Good to hear you again. Yeah, we talked last night.
Oh, man.
You guys doubled.
I said, you're almost exactly S9 on my S-band.
hearing you again, John. Yeah, we talked last night. We had a pretty good copy. John kind of started fading away from me a little bit later in the evening, but 7-3, John, good hearing you out here again. November 6th, kilowatt X-ray, Robin Riverside.
Are you working on your antennas on your Jeep?
Not yet, Fred. In fact, I've been meaning to talk to you about that. I'm gonna start by concentrating on my base station, and I need to get all my stuff together before I tackle that and go to the trouble of bringing my antenna down. So yeah, I need to know exactly what I'm going to need in order to ground my station better and to add radials to the antenna.
Okay, my noise level right now, is 0.
Yeah, see, that's the kind of stuff that I would love to improve. My noise level here on sideband is probably an S2.5, and over on FM, it goes up to an S5, which is pretty ridiculous.
Whoa. Hey, Keith, what's your noise level over there now?
About a 3. Hey, Rob, did you get Fred's book? It's called Ham for Dummies.
I did not.
Yeah, he wrote that.
Are you serious?
Nah.
I sent you a copy.
Did you autograph it?
Yeah, I sent you tell him I gave you a picture of it.
I know. That was hilarious.
Yeah, I sent him a copy of it. It's a yellow book in black letters that says, let me look at my book again. I've got it right here. I happen to have it. I happen to have a copy right here. Ham Radio for Dummies.
I just need a book that says Grounding for Dummies and Radials for Dummies.
Anyway, did you hear that I made some contacts with Palm Springs? Did you hear about that?
Again today?
No, not again today, but you heard about it, right?
Yeah, you don't have to keep rubbing that one in my nose.
No, we're not putting it in your nose, we're putting it in your ears. Hey, you couldn't hear them.
So, hey, not to cut in, but Grounding and Bonding for the Radio Amateur by ARRL. Rob's a really good one.
Yeah, roger that. I've heard the same thing. Pricey, though.
What did I pay? $20-something for it? Low 20s, maybe. I forget.
No, okay, that's not as bad as I thought. Maybe I'm thinking of the antenna book.
Oh, the antenna book's like expensive. I was able to get that for free online, though. I was like searching. Did you hear about that? I was searching, and so I clicked this one link. It was taking forever to download. Like, why is this taking so long? I just want to get some information on this thing. Turned out it downloaded the whole book, PDF.
Now your computer's full.
I know, huh? And it's a current addition, I believe, too.
I'm surprised when you turned your amplifier on up north, you weren't louder up there to Tom.
I couldn't really hear him. He was in the mud for me. I could kind of hear him, but I couldn't really make him out. I don't know if I was making it to him at all.
Well, I worked him real good, and then Phil worked him real good, too.
Yep, I was listening.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out why am I out receiving everybody out there when you guys got radios, and Ward's got the same coax cable I'm running. He actually got a bigger antenna I got now. We both got the same radio. We both have the same power supply, and the only thing I could think of, which I told him about, I run a little hotter voltage on my radio, and I also mentioned that brings up your receive. I told him that. I learned that many years ago, and I don't know what he got his dialed in. I'm pushing right now 14.53 volts to the radio when I'm keyed up.
13.81 without key.
Without keying. What about when you're keyed up?
It drops to about 13.7, excuse me.
1307?
No, 13.70.
Oh, 13.70. Okay. Yeah, you're just a little bit more than me, so okay. Maybe you got bad dirt over there.
It's a lot of concrete in the backyard.
And you got all your connections clean to your grounding and everything, and I'm just trying to figure out what it is. It's just blowing me away. You got a bigger antenna. Big Bear, you beat me by 2 decimals, you know, and I thought, well, that's it. In Palm Springs, I thought for sure you were going to be a lot louder in Palm Springs than you were, but it didn't happen. And that's what it really blew my mind. What's going on here?
Yeah, Roger. W6WWD. Yeah, you know, same thing. You know, Palm Springs was scratchy for me, but you know, getting up to Curtis, I'm strong there, and you got a weak signal there. He's telling me, so I don't know what's really. You know, we talked about this the other day. You know, reflection and you know, line of sight, et cetera. So I'm not really sure. All I know is my connections were clean at one time, but when I redo my guy wires and add more radios, I'm just gonna go through everything and clean them all up, and we'll give it another whirl.
Yeah. Well, the other thing could be something in the soil, because I read a lot of articles about the type of soil you got. Did I tell you about that? Or I think I brought it up to your attention. Yeah, the best is salt water. And I was talking about you one time, then it said hilly pastures this, and it depends on the soil, how your soil is going to work with the dielectrics and everything. And maybe that's it, the soil. Maybe you got is Alex still there? Because Alex knows about this stuff. Hey, N6JJ, are you still there?
Yeah.
Tell them about that stuff you can put in the soil to make better continuity on your ground radios. What's the name of that product again?
Copper sulfate.
Did you hear that, Ward?
Yeah, Roger. The only problem for it is my whole backyard and my neighbor's backyard is all concrete except for where my pool's at. So I've got, you know, I mean, I probably got, you know, 4x4 squares.
Matt, if you're watching, hello.
Oh, where's your ground rod? Is it going right through concrete?
No, my ground rod for my push-up mats is over in the dirt in the planter area, but my 2 other 8-foot ground rods did go through concrete, of course, by the house.
Yeah, see, because you pour this stuff right around your ground rods.
A little too late for me on that. I'll just have to suffice with what I got.
Well, we can drill a hole through your concrete and we can pour it down there.
Okay, we could.
Alex, tell them the story how you found about this stuff years ago. Tell them the story.
Well, copper sulfate. Anyway, what you do is you get the 1.5 tubing and water drill it down in there and put copper sulfate down in it. But years ago, people would take copper sulfate, salt, and charcoal and mix it down in there around, you know, maybe make yourself a big giant kind of bowl and they would keep it moist. It would hold the moisture there. That's not for me, the phone, but it would hold the moisture so it gets good contact to the ground. That's what they use this thing for. Over.
Thank you. So thanks for that, Alex. Yeah, I didn't know that. Well, Fred, like I said, I just kind of have to. I'm going to go back to square one, and we'll rerun and resand and re-clean, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, but Alex, tell him about the guy who was running that stuff in his car. Tell him that story.
Okay, well, last story I'm working with. Yeah, he put charcoal and water and salt inside of an aluminum bottle. You know, like those beer kegs, put it up front with his engine. And he used to use it as a ground on the TV, and he kept playing salt everywhere with it. And he put sulfur sulfate in there too. Over.
Interesting. Now they should get arrested probably for that. Who knows? Well, thanks, Alex. Didn't mean to get you away from work on it. But Fred, I as I said before, I'm going to go back to square one and start all over again.
Okay, maybe you better start out with a new radio and then donate your radio to me and Alex.
Oh, why not? Come and get the whole shack.
Yeah, I'm really, Warren, I take it seriously. I know you improved your antenna. I know you like your system, your grounding, you're getting there, and noise, and I'm still Buffalo. But Alex says, you know, location. I know you move a foot, and it makes a big difference, too. Yes, I know that. But you still got a bigger antenna than me. That's, you know, but your coax cable's a little longer than mine. See, I got 50 feet, you got 75 feet, so you got to figure the difference on the line loss there. Remember, I told you try to keep it as short as possible because there is some line loss there, especially when you get into higher frequencies. So I'm going to go look that up tomorrow on my calculator. I got a special calculator for LMR 600, 400. It shows the power loss and the line loss and the signal loss. So I'm going to look that up. So that's something to look at.
QSL. Yeah, well, I got a good idea. Why don't I just remote into your station? I'll just be as loud and hear what you hear.
Well, the other way you can do it, where I know you can hear better, why don't you just take the 600 down, sell it to me, I'll buy that, and replace it with LMR 1200.
Okay. All right, I'm going to back out. 73, W6WWD.
Well, if you want to save some money, go to LMR 900 then.
If I had your money, I'd just throw mine away.
Yeah. Okay, well, catch you later. KS6OS.
Hey, Fred, I got about a 100-foot run of LMR 400 up to my antenna. Unfortunately, it's going to stay that way for a while. It's just the way that my house is built, and my ham shack's inside my office, so I have the ability just to stay inside my house instead of going to my garage or a back house.
Yeah, boy, I'm glad I don't have a run that long. I'm only running 50 feet, and Ward's running 75 feet.
I only got 5 feet that I could chop off.
Yeah, but that 5 feet, it ain't worth the labor to put the connection back on for 5 feet.
You know, I agree. That's why I haven't bothered with it. Like I said, we'll go back to the drawing board. We'll do another improvement, hopefully, down the road.
Sometime maybe you've got to move your antenna over 5 feet.
I'm thinking about just putting it right in the middle of the pole. How's that?
That will work good.
I'm sure my family would be appreciative of that, but I think that might be a neat ground plane.
What you could do, you can put it on a big, like an inner tube where it floats, and then come down with a shaft coming down to the deep end of the pool, and then you can put a counterweight on that. So that's the way when it's windy, it'll walk back and forth, and actually the antenna won't be bending because the whole antenna will be moving in the water. So it's got flexibility.
Well, all right, that sounds good. Well, she was moving today in the wind, I'll tell you that, so I don't think I want to put it on let it float around. So, okay, I'm going to back out. 73, W6WWD.
Well, if you got it in a pool, you can tie a rope to it. That way you can always catch you later there, Ward. KN6OS.
Well, you guys gave me a great idea for my antenna. We have a big shallow step with a hole in it to put our umbrella in during the summer, so I can just put my mast in there with my antenna in the pool, and it's a saltwater pool.
Oh, you got a saltwater pool?
That'd be good for grounding, right?
Oh yeah, saltwater's the best. Yeah, there's a lot of people got saltwater pools. That's very very popular in Europe. How come you got a saltwater pool?
Well, if you have a automatic chlorine generator, your pool has to be a saltwater pool to generate the chlorine.
Oh, your pool. You're generating your own chlorine?
Well, I was until I got tired of replacing the cells. Those things go out about every 2.5 years, and they're like $800.
Oh yeah, saltwater's hard on everything. Saltwater eats up everything.
Hey, Fred, you got a copy?
Those cells would get all caked up, and you have to clean them with acid. Well, acid's hard on things too.
I went through the same thing.
Hey, Fred, you got a copy?
It's a lot cheaper just putting the
Keep on keying over
the
you.
liquid chlorine in. I can buy a lot of liquid chlorine for that $800.
Roger that. Do the same thing. A little floaty, throw a tablet in, and you're done. Yeah, those generators are not cheap. And after mine went out the second time, I said no more.
Yeah, you learned a little faster than I did. I replaced it 3 times.
Oh, $2,400.
Yeah, and like I said, it would average going out probably every 2.5, 3 years.
How come you guys don't use bromo?
Bromo?
You never heard of that? That's a replacement for chlorine. See, chlorine is bleaches your bathing suits, and chlorine, when you swim all day long, then you smell like chlorine when you come out of the pool. And chlorine kind of bleaches your hair a little bit. Where bromo, it don't do anything.
Well, like I say, our clothes, the chlorine that I put in, we don't come out smelling like it. Your skin is not as soft as a salt-generated pool, but I think if you manage your chlorine, you'll be fine.
Hey, Fred, you there?
So I always had to use bromo.
Hey, Fred, you there?
Yeah, go ahead, Keith. I got Greg.
Hey, you guys are kind of joking around about having a transmitter antenna inside the water. Actually, KGO 810 AM is in San Francisco. Is actually their transmitter is in the Bay of San Francisco, believe it or not.
That's why it reflects so good.
It's a super station for the West Coast. Yeah, I can hear it down here at night sometimes.
Did you know that's the way submarines communicate? They started with real ELF and started communicating with fires in big giant swimming pools.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
You can look it up.
Hey, Alex, do you have a copy of Rob in Riverside and November 6 kilowatt X-ray?
Yeah, your F9, I sure do.
Very cool. Hey, I never got your email with the link to the eBay sale with the grounding braid.
Oh, I sent it to you. Let's see what happened here. Let me go back up to here. I know I sent it to you. I know I did.
No worries. Let me send you an email. That way you can just reply to me. It'd probably be easier that way. I have 2 different email addresses. If you use the one on QRZ, that goes to a different, basically a different computer. So I'll send you the email from my, basically the one I use in my shack.
Okay, well, I did send it to the one on QRZ, all right?
Roger. I'll have to check my spam folder.
Hey, Rob, did you change something with your audio on your microphone there, or your transmitter?
No, why?
I don't know. It seemed distorted at times. You didn't the other last couple nights, so I just wondered.
Negative. Well, that's not good.
You haven't recently, but I got all kinds of weird noise here that you were, or interference that you're hearing, so maybe that was kind of mixing in with it.
Yeah, roger that. Sometimes we'll make the mistake of running FT8 at the same time, and that will definitely cause interference.
Rob?
Yeah, go ahead, Alex.
I did send it to you. I'll forward it to you. So give me your email now.
Okay, I just pushed the send button, so you should get an email from me that you can just reply to.
All right.
Thanks, Alex. I appreciate it. And if you want to throw any other good tips in there about grounding, I'd appreciate it.
Fred has a few.
Yeah, we'll see what Alex will give him, then I'll continue after that, you know. Because there's several different ways of doing it. I read several different books, and there's a lot of authors and a lot of different ham operators, and some of them agree on a lot of the same things. They all agree on good grounding helps the radio. They all agree on that. But some disagree on how it exactly ground it. They're a little bit different. Not very much, but basically it's all about grounding.
Hey, Fred, you never sent me the pictures of your antenna system, your ground system. Remember we were talking about that the other night?
Yeah, I will. I'll get with Keith. I will. I was so busy helping Dawn out tonight, sending him pictures and sending Keith other pictures. You'll get it tomorrow. I'll get with Keith and get your number, and then I'll send it. I think he signed out for tonight, but I'll talk to Keith in the morning. I'll get it, and I'll send you the pictures of my little walker there. And remember, it's a rough design. I got it in a yellow old Pelican box. Later on, I want to buy a newer Pelican box, make it look a little thing. So I'm doing more modifications as I'm going. Remember, the first time built, I already made 3 modifications to it already. One of the modifications, I'll tell you now, it's kind of hard to see from the pictures, is I ran another radio inside the plastic tube. And that's 14 feet long. So it's running inside the tube, and of course the tube ain't 14 feet long, so it comes out of the bottom of the tube, and then so I start going on the outside of the tube, and I start wrapping and going back up. So I have 24 radios. They're 8 inches long, and then I got one radio that's 14 feet long. That's on the walker.
What about your home base antenna? Do you have any photos of that?
No, I can send you pictures and photos of that. Yeah, I can do that. Tony and those guys, what they did, and Keith, what they did, they cut the radios like I did, which I told them how to do it, but they put theirs out on a 45-degree angle. You know, because Alex says better, blah, 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 blah. That Alex at 45, and you see a lot of them at 45-degree angles. A lot of them, they sell them that way. So Alex suggested they put it at a 45-degree angle. And also 45-degree angles actually stabilizes the antenna when using guide wires. Well, I don't have mine guide wires. I'm using a counterbalance system I built with pulleys and diver weights, which are 1 pound. But in the meantime, all my radios are just hanging straight down. Maybe that's the vantage point I got over Ward and these guys, because they're putting their radios at a 45-degree angle, and my radios are just hanging straight down. They're not pulled out at all. Maybe that's the secret. What do you think, Alex?
Well, did you see those 4 pictures I sent you there of the way the radio waves scatter through the city?
I don't remember. It's on my email. I'll go back and look at it again. But anyway, Ward and all those guys got their radios spread out at 45-degree angles, which you told me. about, and that's what they did. My radios are hanging straight down, but I'm the one talking in Palm Springs, and they're not.
Fred, did you see them? Answer the question. You got them?
I got to go look at it. Is it in my email?
Yeah, it's in the email. You know, now do you have a mast? Is the mast of fiberglass up underneath there that they're hanging down next to?
Yeah, my mask is fiberglass.
Okay, well, that's all right. You know, the angle of radiation will bounce off those radios. So you're having a better path down between San Jacinto, down the freeway from where you're at, and it's going more of a straight line. But it depends on what's in there, you know? You got all these buildings around. I sent this board, I think I sent that to you too, Keith.
Yeah, I see it. I'm looking at it now with the car. Yeah, I'm looking at it now.
Okay, so you don't know. You're going to have to take a picture from a drone up there, and we should, you know, nobody's invented this yet, and I've always wanted to invent it and find out how to do it.
Yeah, I see what you're getting at with the car reflection of the building, the different angles of the car. I totally believe in that, what's going on here.
Quit doubling with me.
Okay.
Now, did you hear what I said?
Yes.
What did I say?
You were talking about how it reflects off of different angles of the mobile driving around by all these different buildings, and you want to have a drone so you can drone and take pictures of this.
That's right. But we have to figure out how to see a radio wave, because it's black magic. It's voodoo, man. I'm telling you.
It's voodoo, right. But you're right. I have experience with me driving the mobile and big truck all these years, how you bounce off the buildings. It makes a big difference when you go between certain buildings. You get louder and softer. I believe all that, and I experienced that. It's true.
Okay, you know how the 91 is not too far from you and that great big freeway that goes over the top of it?
Right.
You could be going right through the window there, and these guys are blocked by some of them pillars in that freeway. So, like I said, you have to have something where you can see radio waves, and the guy that fits that, he'll be a multi-millionaire, over.
Yeah, there you go, Greg. There's something for you to invent.
Invent? What's that?
Get a drone and look at it, fly over the city, look at different radio waves, how people are bouncing their signal off, why some of the base stations are working better than others.
Well, first of all, Greg, and what you with cameras and photosynthesis, you must know all about that and things like that, but we have to have some kind of device sensitive to RF so we can take the picture or a video camera of the fields and the patterns it's generating, over.
If I invented that, I'd be a billionaire. But there is a program, not a program, but a website, I can't remember it at the time, that you can type in your address, how high your antenna is, and the gain and stuff like that, and it'll give you kind of a visual image of where your signal goes on how many watts you're putting out and stuff. So that's pretty interesting. I'm just trying to remember the name of the site. So it's kind of doing that.
Well, I just sent Fred some pictures of that, and they do it in different pictures of how it scatters in the buildings and different explanations. We're talking about, we don't want just a program that generates and computates and populates or pontificates. We want something to be able at real time to look at a radio wave. But like I said, you invent that, you become a billionaire. You're right.
Yeah, I would have to get over some physics there of being able to see that frequency of light, basically, right?
It's low light. Light is higher up. So what we have to have is something, an emulsion, that gets us an emulsion that would be sensitive to RF and would form and relate what the shapes are. So you don't need to be a physicist. All you need is to find the right solution that has a magnetic contaminant or particulate in it that would be affected and would move and reflect what we're seeing as far as RF out in the field.
It's way above my knowledge, that's for sure. I can plug in some stuff, but yeah, that'd be very, very good, useful tool that I wish I could invent. But I don't think I have the brain power to achieve that, at least in theory.
Well, you have to have the theory first.
Have a comment?
So trial and error until you figure something out.
Go ahead, comment.
Thank you, gentlemen. Been listening in. Keith mentioned that you guys get together on this frequency. This is AJ6 Golf November, Alpha Juliet 6 Golf November. So to your conversation, one of the websites that is extremely useful but does require certain skills is called towercoverage.com. Towercoverage.com, all one word. And you plug in all your parameters and it'll give you a projected propagation map for your given antenna at a given height with a given velocity factor of your cable and so forth and so on. AJ6 Golf November.
That's exactly the site that I was thinking of. Thank you very much. It's nice to have you aboard there. Keith, are you still in there?
Yeah, hey Tony, AJ6G, and this is Keith, WA62XA. Gentlemen, this is a gentleman I was telling about that I talked to today. He was going to come in. Do you have your neighbor, whoever it was, wanting to maybe become a ham operator out there, Tony?
He left. We had a really good evening tonight, and I didn't want to disturb what was going on because it was already pretty sweet. But thank you for remembering that. Richard is 86 and just lost his wife and is looking for a couple of, a new hobby, something where he can socialize, and he has a bit of a spark, a little bit of an interest for perhaps getting his ticket. So next chance I get, I will ask him specifically to join in, and I will send him your guys' way so you can QSO with him. I think he'd like that. Thanks for remembering that, Keith.
Roger, yeah, have him, bind him in, we'll do a little demo and let him see what it's all about.
Okay, tell him Don's 84. W6DUO is 84 there, Keith.
Okay. I'm 62.
I'm 45.
Instead of giving our location, let's give our age. WA6, QXA, 62.
AJ60, 68.
K6OS, 73.
K6EGG is 670.
Alpha Juliet 6, Golf November 60.
November 6, kilowatt X-ray, none of your business.
I like that.
Greg, K6EGG 45.
Anyway, I'm going to check in for Don W6DUO. He's 84.
Tony, what's your call letters again? I'm sorry. I'm so bad with writing that down.
No problem. Call letters are Apple Juice 6, Good Night, Alpha Juliet 6, Golf November.
Copy. AJ6GN. Thank you very much. I got you my little logbook here. We're also on YouTube. If you type in K6EGG, Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf live in the YouTube search engine, and you can hear your audio come through and see me in the corner there.
Oh, very good. Copy of Kilo 6 Echo Golf alive on YouTube. Very good. Thank you.
You're over there by my sister-in-law. She's up in Phelan there off the 138. So cool. It's nice to hear you up there, Greg, K6EGG Chino.
Thanks for letting me jump in. I'm going to help my wife clean the kitchen since we just had a dinner party. But I wanted to accept the invitation and introduce myself. And I have it on my phone to remind me in the evening. So I look forward to coming back and making the Nets acquaintance, the little round tables acquaintance. AJ6 Golf November. I'm going to throw out 73, but I'll be listening from the other room.
Hey, Tony, real quick before you leave, you have a copy of Rob in Riverside?
Rob, I got a real good copy on you.
Excellent. I checked out that website you gave, and I don't know if I copied it right, powercoverage.com, and I went to the site, and it came up as domain powercoverage.com is for sale.
Okay, so it's Oscar Whiskey Echo Romeo, Charlie Oscar Victor Echo Romeo, Alpha George Echo.com. I'll say it again phonetically. Tango Oscar Whiskey Echo Romeo Charlie Oscar Victor Echo Romeo Alpha Golf Echo.com.
Got it. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, sir.
Good thing we got that on tape.
I have a comment, AJ60.
Go ahead, Curtis.
Yeah, I use Google Earth Pro to see, the different cities and find locations and houses or, where people are located. And it'll give me the miles in a straight line from my house to where they are. And it also has a place where you can, you click this little tick box that says show elevation profile. And you draw a line from your location to the location to, who you're talking to, and it'll bring up a profile elevation. It'll show you exactly what the elevation is of the person you're talking to and how the mountains kind of go up and how high they go up, and it goes back down if it goes back down to your location. So it's also a really good way of checking whether or not you think you can talk to somebody. Like I put in Knoxberry Farm, and I got this huge mountain between my location and Knoxberry Farm. So it's really, really cool.
Yeah, you got a few mounds of dirt between you and me, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's just another tool you can use if you want to see, the feasibility. I wonder what's in the way between me and some other guy. It's really a cool tool. I mean, Amazon or what do you call it, Google, they pretty much own everything.
Yeah, the new Google Earth features are pretty amazing now with everything. I didn't know it did that, so I'm going to have to look that up. Thank you for the info, Curtis. K6EGG.
Is that on Google Earth or Google Maps?
Google Earth Pro.
Roger.
I'm watching a very interesting series on prime time, and it's about the life of Nikolai Tesla and how he, before he died, he built this huge tower, and he sent like 2 million watts worth of power into the atmosphere, and then he went out like 30 miles away from where this antenna was, and he just plugged regular incandescent bulbs into the dirt, and they lit up. So his theory and what he proved is you can energize the atmosphere, the air around you, and you can use the earth to send electricity and current. And so the series I'm watching, it's got a bunch of scientists, and they're testing this out, and well, sure enough, it does work. Of course, when he died, the government stepped in, the FBI and the OSS, and they confiscated all of his materials because he said that he can build a particle beam that can destroy airplanes flying 200 miles away. So I can see why there's a lot of mystery in his life. So you would think, you put a ground rod in the ground, you think that makes it zero potential, but he proved that you can send electricity and current through the earth.
Nikolai Tesla was a brilliant man. He was well before his time.
Yeah, and when he died, he had 80 trunks full of paperwork of all his work that he did. And when he died, there was 20 trunks of his research missing. And the only place who could possibly have it would have been the United States government. because at the time, you know, he went when he designed these things, he went to the United States and said, I can build you one of these things to help you, you know, as a weapon. And the United States said, no, thank you. So guess where he turned to? He went to Germany and to Russia.
Oh, that worked out well for us, didn't it? They probably got all the rocket stuff, rocket information for we stole back for our Apollo program.
Yeah, nobody knows exactly the extent of all the research that he did. Of course, most of the stuff that he wrote went back to, it's near Russia. What is it? The Ukraine, which is where he was born. That's where they have pretty much all of his stuff, but there's 20 trunks of missing research that the OSS and the FBI confiscated the day that he died. In fact, the FBI and the OSS, which nowadays is considered the CIA, they were right next door in the apartments, right next to his, you know, surveilling him, waiting, you know. So when he died, they're going in there and they're getting all this stuff.
That's pretty amazing. Where did you find that? Excuse me, that what's it called? Thing on the video on him. Was it on like History Channel or something?
Well, I have Prime TV or Prime Video, Prime Times. I have Prime. It was on there. And it's a series. It goes on. It has many episodes. And they're about 45 minutes long, and it's very, very interesting how these people are researching and trying to find, you know, all this missing material that he wrote about, which the FBI even wrote letters saying, yeah, we got this and this and this. And then some investigator reporter went to the Freedom of Information Act and said, can you please give us all this information about Nikola Tesla that you guys took from his room when he died? And the FBI and the CIA goes, we don't have any information about him. So they're clearly lying.
Is that Amazon Prime you're referring to, by the way, for the videos?
Just thought I'd mention that.
Hey, Chris, do you know Tony up there in Phelan by any chance?
I have never met him, but I've talked to him several times in the past. He's got a pretty good signal, huh?
He does. Well, that's what I meant. I didn't know if you were personal friends, but yeah, that you spoke to him on the radio. Yeah, I've talked to him a couple times myself, and he and I ended up talking again this afternoon. He does have a strong signal.
Yeah, he's got a great elevation, too. I think he's a little bit higher than John, at 4,200 and something feet. I'm at 3,000 foot here, but he hears stations I cannot possibly hear, even with my beam antenna turned towards him.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, same. Also, the information you just shared was pretty interesting. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, he does have a interesting call sign, huh? AJ6 Golf November, and I'm AJ60, so we kind of sound the same, kind of, sort of.
Very similar.
November 6 kilowatt X-ray. Hey, Alex, I got your email. I appreciate that. So do I really need the 1-inch strap? 3/4 inch is not enough?
Well, I don't know. You do what you choose. They both work. So I always use, I've got like 2-inch, but you do what you want.
Well, if you got 2-inch, I can't feel that inadequate, so I'll go ahead and go with the 1-inch.
Okay. I guess what, guys? Someone has invented a way to see the radio waves around you, and he's got it on an app. I'm going to send it to all of you, over.
I'll look forward to that. Rob, you should maybe go with 4-inch.
I'm worried about getting the 1-inch through my hole in the wall.
You don't have a drill big enough to drill 1 inch?
Well, I don't want like water coming into my house.
Oh, how's water going to come in your house?
Through that big gaping hole you're telling me to drill.
Oh, you drill it at an angle.
I'm not going to believe it.
I won't believe it. Yeah, but drill that big hole and then you put a 90-degree thing on it. Water won't go in there.
Nah, just bugs and creatures.
You mean they don't get in your house now with the door shut?
Go ahead, Alex.
All right, I sent you guys this new thing. It's called Wireless Signals and AR. The guy has developed an app. I think he's a Dutch fellow, and it's called Tech Radar. And it's an app you can put on a tablet, and lo and behold, you can see the radio waves around you. That's what we've been waiting for years, over.
There you go. You're a little late inventing it.
Well, I didn't have time. Don't leave me wrong.
Well, now you got to put it on a drone.
Well, there you go. There you go. Now, look at this. This is very interesting. Got a little video. It's just the first article. But I thought you clowns would like to know this.
Yes, not clowns. That's on the Bozonet. We're hobos.
Did I pronounce the B?
We're like Red Skeleton. You notice he always had a cigar and he had his hat and his cane and he tipped it at you.
Meters for decades of being able to identify RF fields. You would think that Silicon Valley would have kind of got the idea, put 2 and 2 together and make some kind of glasses that you can put on so that you can actually see, the RF around you.
So, Curtis, did you get the email?
I haven't looked yet.
Okay, well, this is interesting. You can see it on the tablet. So it's an interesting thing. So anyway, I figured somebody might have done it. But not the way I would have done it, but that's another way.
What if we got $1 billion?
Yeah, I guess so. I think they did.
That'd be interesting if you can actually literally see the RF coming off of your antenna.
Is that app on Google or Apple?
What?
Where's the app at? It's not a Google app, is it? Just a regular get on there. Oh, yeah. I'm looking at it now.
Well, you've got to read the article. I know it's hard for you to do. Sit down and think in silence to read it.
Well, I'm Dutch, and guess who designed it? It was a Dutch engineer.
Isn't that just Dutchy?
I'm gonna look at this tomorrow and download it.
Well, I think that's what you should do. We can see where all the signals are bouncing off your ground.
Yeah, and then we can see what's happening to Ward over there.
Exactly. But if you look at the blocking, that other program, like he's talking about, is where those pictures come from. I sent you. There's another way probably to do it if we could find a frequency that was in LiDAR that could be, what do you call it, the heterodyne radio wave frequency we're using. That would do the same thing, very similar to the program was doing, over.
Right. I know a while ago you mentioned about voodoo. Well, you know Ward lives over there by the cemetery. You know that, don't you?
Oh, well, no, I didn't. Oh, yeah, I know his place is over there, the shop.
Yeah, I know his house. He's close to the cemetery. How do you know those guys that are buried there ain't down underground pulling in his ground signals?
Well, all I can say is, I've cut off a lot of chickens' heads, killed cattle, deer, chuckers, quail, and none of them come back to steal anything from me.
Alex, you're pretty funny tonight.
That?
You're pretty funny tonight.
Oh, yeah. What, did you get the email?
Yeah, but I haven't opened it up yet.
All right.
Sounds like that movie. You didn't get my memo?
You know, I'm on the computer all day long at work, so sometimes when I get home, I just don't feel like turning it on.
Oh, I know what you mean. Last couple of days, even though I've laid down, I couldn't find anything I really wanted to watch on the YouTube. I just didn't feel like doing any of it. I couldn't even concentrate. I drove about maybe a minute or so, not even a minute, and I just get fed up with it. But
I hear you.
but around midnight, I watched my sleep therapist and put me to sleep.
The chameleon.
That's right.
Well, gentlemen, I think I'm going to check out for the evening. I got my shot yesterday, and it's kind of, I have a slight reaction to it where I get really fatigued. I went to bed by 7 p.m. last night, up all the way to 5 a.m., and I'm feeling it again right now. So, well, we'll talk to you guys tomorrow. WA62XA Keith, we're checking out.
That was a 2-shot series.
J&J Uno.
Hey, Keith, have a good night. If I'm not on tomorrow, I'll talk to you next week. K6EGG Chino.
All right, thanks a lot for what you're doing.
Good talking to you tonight, Keith. Have a good one, buddy. 7-3, and hang in there. That was the same shot I was thinking of getting, too. One and done. 7-3, November 6th, kilowatt X-ray.
Adios.
Thank you, Rob. WA62XA, we're clear.
Hey, Rob, you still listening to the YouTube?
No. Basically, once I'm in the shack, I usually turn the volume off. I just kind of keep an eye on it, but I can listen to it real quick if you want me to. Why? Do I sound like crap?
No, not at all. Not at all. It's weird. Like the noise, my noise level is like changing. It's popping up and popping down. I just wondered if anybody else noticed it at all.
Hang on, and I'll give it a listen, and I'll come back.
And man, you're just a hair under plus 40 here, with my preamp on, of course.
Oh, roger that. You told me I was sounding a little distorted earlier.
Yeah, you know, I'm thinking that a lot of that problem was the interference I was getting, probably mixing with it a little bit. I'm just guessing.
Somebody else take her away.
You know, I have noticed when I turn my beam antenna, which is a 13.4 dBi gain, if I turn it to the east, my noise level goes up like 2 or 3 S units. But as I move it around and point it more to the west, it goes down to almost 0. And you know, I've noticed that also on HF. I do have a 4-element ground-mounted array that I have pointed northeast of me, and the people that I talk to back east, they say that when they point their beam antennas to the west, their noise level goes way down, but when they turn it around and point it to the east, it goes way up. So there's something about pointing to the east where the noise is higher. I don't know what causes that, but I've noticed that even on VHF.
Hey, Curtis, is that every time you turn to the east it happens?
It does. So, you know, I'm on my beam right now, and I have like a F0 noise level. When I flip over to my vertical, it goes up to like an F2.
Roger. Interesting.
Actually, I think I might have a little bit of an audio problem here. Like I move my desk and I can hear like audio change, so something might be loose here, which is unfortunate because everything's buried.
Okay, great. This is Tony, KN6KYV. How do you hear me tonight? Is it with the noise?
You sound really good. You're a solid S8 there. So my noise, actually, I keep on saying noise, and Rob brought up a very good point. It's actually, I have some interference. Something gets turned on. I don't have it going on right now. If you can see, if I'm on YouTube right now, I have really low noise floor with my preamp on as well, and you're coming in great, as always.
Okay, copy. Good to hear. I remember looking at it 2 nights ago. It was much weaker. It was like S3 or so, and I was kind of a weak signal.
What night was that? I got to take a look, because the last couple nights I think you're up higher, or you're up where you were right now.
At least a couple nights ago, 2 nights, if not 3 nights ago. It was that night when I was briefly on with Danny.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I'll have to take a look back. I can't really remember everybody's signal strength too much. But you're sounding really good tonight. I don't know if you're watching on YouTube, and you're pretty solid signal in here.
Oh, Roger. I will check it out. Kind of in the middle of a Zoom meeting, so it's being used right now, but I'll check it out later. But that's good to hear.
A Zoom meeting at 8:40 at night? Wow, it's dedication right there for you.
Concert band that I play in, and we have been rehearsing 1 year, just about a year ago, and today is the first time the band is getting together, but only on Zoom. Just everybody's just kind of chatting and touching base.
Excellent. You guys plan on playing together?
There's talk about starting up again, but everything's up in there. But we hope everybody misses playing their instruments. So we'll see.
Excellent. That's good to hear. What do you play?
I play trumpet.
Right on.
Very good. Not like Keith. Keith is a real musician. I'm just kind of like a ensemble player, a support player.
Hey, Greg.
Go ahead, caller. Sorry about that, Tony.
Yeah, it's me. It's Rob. That noise over there is pretty wicked.
Yeah, it's very weird. I mean, everybody's breaking through tonight. Tony sounds really good tonight. With these cloud layer coming in with a storm, that might be helping him.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. I noticed that too. Tony sounds definitely cleaner and stronger here in Riverside tonight.
Interesting how the propagation is, it even affects VHF. You think it's only for HF that propagation, comes and goes, but even for us on VHF, it sometimes it helps me, sometimes it does not.
Double. Greg, you got covered up.
Sorry about that.
Go for it.
I forgot what I was going to say. I'm getting tired. And I got to wake up at 5 in the morning, which I'm not normally used to.
Hot for you in the double.
sorry, Tony, you didn't make any changes to your antenna or anything, or is this conditions that are making you come in better?
Right, no change whatsoever. Same height.
I have a 0 noise level here, and I'm ungrounded.
You know, it seems like that sometimes propagation can be regional, whereas Fred in the last week, I can just barely hear him, and usually he's like 5.9 plus. So I think maybe the temperature of where you live and the humidity and stuff like that, it does have an effect on RF. Oh, by the way, Tony, you're like a S7 up here in the high desert, and Greg, you're like an S5, and Rob is almost an S9 into the high desert. AJ60.
I win.
That you do.
Well, AJ60, you're 5 and 5 here. 5 and 5, and you sound really good tonight, but like I said, I have no noise, and that phenomena is called microclimate. And that's right, there's tropospheric ducting that just kind of follows the fog, let's just say. Over?
Yeah, it's so I think it's more complicated than what we normally think. That hey, I don't know what's wrong. Something's wrong with my antenna or my radio. When it's probably the weather. The weather affects VHF, which I know you know already because you're the professor.
But don't tell anybody.
I know. I remember during June, usually I get really good. I think I was talking about the other night with Keith. Like San Diego comes in really good. There's a guy down by the Mexican border, like San Isidro or something, that always comes in on 5.2, and I can hear people up in the like Ventura area and stuff on 5.2, which I normally wouldn't be able to right now.
June gloom.
Well, June is when you have the June contest, and that's when Hawaii really starts coming in. So anywhere between now, March, and all the way up through. So it's a lot of fun to work Hawaii, 2,500 miles away. Over.
So, Alex, you've worked Hawaii from your QTH?
Many times.
Obviously with a beam, correct?
No, it was just a little corner reflector. You see the same corner reflector you see on going QRZ. I added some more antennas. That little corner reflector, I worked Hawaii from right here in this QTH way back when, and also worked it from Napalmo, California into Hawaii with that same little antenna. Over.
And I thought I was doing good talking on my vertical to Stockton a couple of years ago.
Well, corner reflector, I was feeding it with a quad loop. Nobody does that, or they had. You always use dipole. The quad loop is better, 2 dB better than the dipole. Over.
How many watts did you use?
100 watts. And also did it on the Halo. Pedro, you know Pedro right here, not too far from me. He used to live here. We went in his Jeep and put one Halo and 100 watts, and we talked to the wife from Palos Verdes. All for, I guess, 20, 30 minutes. So.
Nice sneeze, Greg.
Hope that's not coronavirus.
I gotta cleanse my microphone.
I'm glad I covered my shirt with my shirt.
Hey, Alex, isn't like the tropospheric ducting usually happens around about 400 or 500 feet off the ground?
You're right. That's correct. That's right. Tropospheric ducting. And we've had it in December. We've been able to talk to Hawaii in December, believe it or not.
Speaking of talking to Hawaii and stuff, Tony, you still on?
Seas and stuff. Of course, for me, it's going to be pretty hard because I got mountains that are thousands of feet high. So I have a deficit. I guess I'm going to have to drive down to the beach and set up a temporary antenna and see if I can get into Hawaii.
Well, you're awful high up there. you might be able to do it. There's been people out of Apple Valley who's talked over to Hawaii from up there, over.
Well, all right then. I'm going to have to give it a whirl. I've never tried it before, but I know there are websites where you can go, and it gives you predictions of atmospheric ducting, and it has, kind of like a weather channel type of thing, and it shows you where it's happening right now.
Well, I think they have that for stuff. They have the K6EGG. That guy goes up to the highest mountain over there, and I don't know, and he's dead now, but there's somebody else who's taking his place, and he goes up there and he talks for everybody from the high mountain in Hawaii. And I think the deepest they got into, don't quote me on this, but I remember somebody talking that I think it was out of Las Vegas, or it might have been even Utah, but I don't know. Over.
Hey, Tony, you still on?
Does it all the time, and he knows all the perfect signs, what to look for, and I know he even does it on like 10 gigahertz, goes across the ocean and all over the place. Very interesting guy. I think he's probably one of the most knowledgeable people I've ever heard on amateur radio stuff.
Roger, my stepfather taught him everything he knows, over.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. In fact, he has his own net every Monday night on 144.33, and it doesn't go through a repeater. It's just a simplex net, and he talks to people all over Southern California. It's pretty amazing. I don't know what kind of antenna system he has, but he booms in here in the high desert.
Roger, QSL. I've met him before. When when he was younger, my stepfather had a Hickok meter. It was a big meter with an ohm and volt meter. He took it into class and got, believe it or not, he got Gordon West started, over.
Yeah, and I got my license 1978, and I remember seeing him, and he was just a young guy, but now he's, man, he looks as bad as I do.
Roger. Well, I don't know. We get old. Everybody gets old and dies. And goes to the big radio station in the sky, I guess.
Is that like KLOS?
No, that's, I guess it's K6GOD.
Yeah, I think you got that station pegged just right.
That's if you believe it. I think I'm going to the other one. 86ELL.
Hey, Tony, you still on frequency?
Yeah, go ahead, Greg.
Sorry to break in real quick, but didn't your brother, doesn't he work like 10 meter or something in an airplane or something I saw on his QRZ page?
Yeah, I remember that when he goes out there, he flies out of John Wayne or LAX or Ontario, and when he flies by Phoenix, he'll go on 10 meters and talk to the 1010 people.
How far of a way of contacts has he made up there? I mean, you got some serious elevation there.
Lately he's been finding out the range is about 150 to 200 miles, somewhere in between there.
Oh my goodness! And I bet you he could skip on there too if the conditions were right. I'm assuming, right?
Right. Lately it's been closed, so that's about as best as it gets. Lately I've been trying to talk to him, and I have made contact with him on 10, and I lose him about if he's going out, I'll lose him when he's approaching Blythe.
That's pretty cool. Curtis and Alex, I don't know if what we're talking about here on his brother, Tony's brother's webpage or QRZ page. I'm fumbling my words now. Denny K6KNE. I guess he's transmitting from a commercial airplane on 10 meter up at elevation and making contacts up there.
Yeah, heard about that before, over.
I don't know if he flies to Hawaii, but I wonder how that would work flying over the ocean. That's why I brought it up a second ago, you know, making some interesting contacts, getting some ground reflection off the ocean with that.
10 meters, I could go ground. You know, Russian birds, they used to come over Russian satellites. They used to look Russian satellites 2 meters up and 2 meters down, or 10 meters up, 15 meters down, 2 meters up, 10 meters down. Anyway, Russian satellites are really good. And you know, height above ground, the sky is 10 meters up there. You just go on anywhere in the world, right?
Yeah, with my my little cheap antenna system I had here with my Kenwood TS-2000, I talked to 6 out of 7 continents. I was fairly impressed with 10 meter there. But yeah, love to check that out. Do you know if he has any videos available for viewing or anything like that, Tony?
I'm sorry, can you say again, please?
Do you know if your brother recorded anything, like video-wise? I would love to see that kind of interaction up in the plane like that.
Negative. I don't think he has. But next time he goes, I'll let you know, and maybe you can try to make contact. And then, so when he leaves the Phoenix area, he'll go on 20 and 17 and talk to other people.
Unfortunately, I don't have a radio that will do that band at this point in time. My TS-2000's a brick sitting on my desk over here to my left.
Okay, copy that.
Poor old girl did a good job, though.
Hey, Greg.
Go ahead, Curtis.
I know you said that you have a disc cone antenna, I think. I also have one, and I use it specifically for listening to air traffic because it has a very high angle of a very high takeoff angle, so you know it goes skyward, so I can listen to all the commercial jets flying into LA and all over the place.
Yep, I have one too with a preamp in, and I'm glad you brought that up. Tony would probably understand this more. I can hear a handoff to Albuquerque Center from my house. I can't hear Albuquerque Center, but I can hear the planes talking to it. And I've tracked the planes, and they're past the Arizona-California border. I can hear them all the way up into Utah sometimes.
Yeah, that's why I bought the antenna, because I have a RSP1A, a software-defined receiver, and I use it to scan not only the ham bands but all the air bands too, because I just find it interesting.
Yeah, I know last year when I was off, I had a lot of time. I was messing with listening to a lot of military planes off the coast of California, just south of San Clemente and north of San Diego. I think they're out about 100 miles. I can hear them refueling and stuff.
And I think, I can't remember, I think you could probably transmit 10 meters on discone.
I can. My 10-meter antennas, my discone antenna is hooked into my scanner system that I have built in my house. I have 4 scanners hooked up, so I got into a DA and stuff like that, so it's kind of not very easily changeable to plug into a transceiver, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I didn't buy the discone for transmitting in, but I was just curious, and so I hooked it up to one of my HF radios, and I talked to a few people on 6 meters, and it does work, but it doesn't have very good gain.
It will definitely it'll work for if you don't have anything else, and it's a lower profile too. I actually use a discone to transmit at my old condo. I'd stick it up just temporarily till I got in trouble, of course, because of my association. And it did pretty good for transmitting. I could hit most of the repeaters and stuff, even though it was kind of blocked. So, yeah, disc cone antennas are really great antennas. They have a good grounding system on them as well.
I know being around airports, every once in a while out there by the end of the runway, you'll see there's usually 3 or 4 antennas that look just like disc cone antennas, and I think they do that on purpose because they're able to transmit almost straight up and straight out. Plus they look cool. Anyway, I'm getting out of here. AJ60.
Take care, Curtis. K6EGG.
Take care, Curtis. Good night. KN6KYV.
Okay, Tony and Greg and Rob and Fred, if you're still listening, this is AJ60 in the high desert, going that way.
Greg, you still there, right?
That's affirmative. I'm still there.
Oh, yeah. Like today, I find it very interesting, too, listening to air traffic. Today, I used my radio, and I was tuning into the departures out of LAX. I tried to find a frequency on the internet, and then I watched them on Flight Radar 24, and now you can watch them real time, so it's kind of cool.
Oh yeah, I absolutely love it. And Flight Radar it's real time as well. Can you hear any of the localizer frequencies where you're at, like LAX or anything?
Yeah, I can hear LA approach and of course the airplanes. I can hear some of the LA centers, but not all of them. So that's pretty good. I can hear SoCal approach in different sectors as well.
Actually, I'm sorry. I was talking about the localizer for the glide slope or anything like that. I think that's on 108.1 and 111.95. Does that sound right?
Oh, yeah. I know I can get a Seal Beach VOR, but I haven't tried the localizer. I guess I could tune it in. So what you hear is the Morse code, right? You can hear it for the Chino Airport, I guess.
Yep, I can definitely hear it for the Chino Airport. I've never heard it for Ontario, but I have heard it if I drive around. I don't know if you know the area of Ontario Airport. If I drive around Haven, I can hear it on my scanner.
All right. Can you hear the Paradise VOR?
You know what? I never tried that.
It's 112.2, I believe. 112.2.
Give me a second.
Roger. I'm going to try localizer. I'll be right back. KN6KYV.
What's the frequency again, real quick?
I believe it's 112.2.
Just lost myself there. And for you those listening on YouTube, I'm going to try to listen to the localizer we just talked about. That's unfortunate. I don't hear it. Zero localizer frequency, or zero anything on the localized frequency. Back to 144.250.
That's a bummer. No go on the localizer, or the not the localizer, but the Paradise blah 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 VOR.
KN6KYV back.
I think they use that for a SID coming out of Ontario, if that's correct, right?
That's it. Yep.
I think that used to be the Prado departure. I don't know what they call it now.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I just checked. I can get the VOR pretty strong because I live next to the airbase, but I cannot get the Long Beach localizer.
How far are you from Long Beach?
I want to say maybe direct distance, maybe 7 miles.
Maybe if you had a little tiny bit of altitude, you could probably get it. That's a little far. I know Chino's barely comes in for me, and I got my antenna on top of my house.
Right. Copy that. And of course, the airbase is right next door, so I can hear the VOR pretty good.
Don't they send that directional, right? The localizers?
That's right. If you're too far off the side, yeah, you might not get it. Right, correct.
Trying to remember from my class there from years ago.
Yeah, I guess it's angle up too, so yeah, you're right. I'm probably out of the parameters.
And I think I'm going to call it a night. I got kind of a long week ahead of me. I'm going to try to come on tomorrow night. I got to be at work in LA at beautiful 8 a.m., which is early for me, and I got to be in Burbank before that at 7 a.m., so it's going to be a little bit of a long morning before I get to work. But it was great talking to you, Tony, KN6KYV, and Rob, if you're still out there, N6KX, and Alex, I'm sure you're still there, N6JGI. You guys all have a good evening. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody there, and I think Keith bailed out of here earlier.
Roger. Yeah, you got to beat the traffic. The traffic's getting back to normal, so yeah, get some sleep. Nice talking to you, Greg, and good night, and to Rob and Alex out there and everybody else. 73 KN6KYV.
Have a great evening, Greg. Thanks again for running the stream, and your timing's actually impeccable. I need to get out of here too. Really good talking to everybody, and hope everyone has a good rest of the evening, and catch you all out here later in the week, if not tomorrow. 7-3, November 6th, Kilowatt X-Ray, Rob in Riverside. Good evening.
Take care, Rob.
Buenos noches, amigos. Adios. N6JGI.
All right, so that will conclude my my 2.5 hour live stream for tonight. Mostly, actually, all of it on 144.250 upper sideband. Once again, my station's in the city of Chino, California, the United States. For those of you watching outside the country, which I probably don't expect that, but you never know. That was a couple of us here locals, just talking. Most of us about 45 miles away or so. Rob N6KX is the closest one to me. He's about 25 or so miles away. So anyways, I hope everybody has a good evening. Maybe I'll get some more improvements. I got a light coming so you can see me a little better. I'm a little dark. I have to kind of lean back so you can see me a little bit. Then I get too far away from the microphone. So anyways, you guys have a good night, and I'll talk to you in maybe a couple days.